What's up, y'all? My name is Devontae, and I sacrificed my time so you don't have to. Hey, before we start getting into the match card for tonight for Smackdown, let me read an article for you guys really quick. And it's funny because I heard some people actually mentioning this a couple of days ago, and it's not like it's the best kept secret in professional wrestling, but we always had an inkling of how AEW wrestlers in particular felt about Tony Khan and his outwardly, not even appearance, but how he actually carries himself overall. So check this out. AEW talent were far from pleased with Tony Khan's latest social media outbursts against Jinder Mahal, it has been reported. Khan took aim at WWE for booking Mahal in a World Heavyweight Championship match despite not having won a match on TV in a considerable amount of time. On the latest edition of Wrestling Observer Live, Brian Alvarez shared what he'd been told by those in AEW and Khan's reasoning for this outburst and others. He said, and I quote, this coming from Brian Alvarez, "Here's the thing. I got a lot of tweets. It was the exact same thing as last time. I got a lot of tweets from people in AEW who were like, why is he doing this on Twitter? This is embarrassing." That's what they said. They said it the last time too. I'm sure he's aware of it. But he sees this as, look at all this engagement I get from Tony. God almighty. Oh, he said, look at all this engagement I get for all these tweets. And then I can tweet out some promotion for some matches for Wednesday. And it'll help boost the rating. That's why he does it. That is such a fucking cope. That is such a cope. The link is down in the description box below if you want to reread the article. Because there's a few more things to it. But that's what I really wanted to get out there. That is such a fucking cope. No, Tony was madder than a bitch. That USA Network called his dumbass out. You got trolled by a cable station, and you decided to retort back with the dumbest fucking tweet of all time. And the only reason why USA Network even gave you that tweet to begin with was because of the insanely moronic statement that you made in the beginning, basically saying that you book your shows based off of people's ratings on certain matches on a Mark website. Yeah. Good job, Tony. But it's not as if this is like, again, some brand spanking new type of thing. This is now just confirming it. I mean, Tony Khan does this all the time with the outbursts on Twitter, how he carries himself overall. Of course the wrestlers are embarrassed. I bet you they're more embarrassed by just his tweets also. I bet they're thinking to themselves, God damn it, bro. We got this cable television deal coming up that's going to give us more money on this contract, meaning we're going to get paid more money, and you're just constantly trying to fumble the bag, Tony. I wish we worked for Vince. I wish we worked for Triple H. God almighty, I see Andrade, he's running for the hills. I see the patrol officers, they got their rifles. Run for the gate, Andrade! Make it over the barbed wire. I bet some of them are saying right now. Shit, this is making me believe also, damn, is the rumor mill true about CM Punk? I heard a lot of rumors. I mean, obviously, I don't think it's true. I mean, it sounds ridiculous, but just to throw it out there, people are like, oh, CM Punk got fired on purpose so he can get out from Tony Khan. Well, shit, it has a lot of validity when I read stuff like this. But yeah, I just thought that was funny. Let's get into the Smackdown match card for tonight. Hang on. God, Tony Khan is such a bumbling dipshit. My God. Let's see. The preview for tonight, coming from SB Nation. There's one guy on SmackDown and Roman Reigns can't beat. Okay, blah, blah, blah. Let me get the actual fucking match card. I hate when he actually tried to get all fucking stupid with us. Okay, so we have Bianca Belair versus Bayley for tonight. Joaquin Wilde and Cruz del Toro versus Humberto Carrillo and Angel Garza. We have Grayson Waller versus Cameron Grimes. Oh, and that's it. Okay, they didn't really announce anything as far as promos are concerned, but I'm pretty sure they're going to be on the show. I do admit, though, I mean, maybe they might top last week's show. I thought last week's show was fucking-tastic. I mean, they might top it this week. They might not top it this week. I am curious, and I'm willing to give them a chance just based off of last week's show to see how they're going to build. I mean, I'm pretty sure in some combination Orton, LA Knight, and Styles are going to be there. So that's good enough for me. I don't have to see Reigns tonight if those four are going to be on the card. So with that being said, enough talking about the SmackDown card. Enough talking about Chia Pet Khan. Let's get directly into the show. Let's go. See, bro, this is all I ask for in my professional wrestling, bro. You ain't got to get all fancy and shit, my nigga. You ain't got to go out there and you have to put on explosions out of your asshole. I'm not asking for all of that. All I'm asking for is for a cohesive, coherent, linear storytelling going throughout the night, getting me invested into the plot and taking me all the way to the conclusion of the main event and hooking me in to want to come back next week. Is it that fucking hard? It seems like chapters and books do this all the time. It seems like movies do this all the time if you're trying to go to a sequel. It seems like an episodic television show of any kind would do this. Not AEW, though. People are like, oh, why are you bringing AEW to me? Shut the fuck up. You know where I'm going with this, bruh. You know where I'm going with this, man. Look how this show kicked off tonight, man. Look how it kicked off. Super simple. You had Grayson Waller and you had, what's that name again? Austin Theory come out to the ring, right? They're getting ready to have a match against Cameron Grimes. Before the match can even happen, Cameron Grimes gets attacked on the rampway, right? You got Solo Sikoa. You got Jimmy Uso. They beating the shit out of him. They're beating the shit out of the security guards. They get in the ring. Paul Heyman's in the ring, ready to start spitting and talking his shit on the microphone, right? This whole time, Nick Aldis is out there on the ramp too. Paul Heyman, he's going on and on and on about the bloodline and it's not fair this, it's not fair that. Hey, Nick Aldis, get your ass over here, okay? Harry Potter looking ass nigga. Oh wait, no, you're British. That's just me being racist. He didn't say that, I said that. But my point being is, Nick Aldis gets on the apron, right? Him and Paul Heyman go back a little tiny bit. Nothing really special. You know, Paul Heyman they try to have a little bit of a tug of war with the microphone. It's nothing really special. It's the point that's setting up. This is what I'm talking about. It's this point right here. All I want is a setup. We got this all the time back in the days. I don't know why it's such a hard fucking concept for people to understand. For people to consistently say things like, what's up, Devontae? You understand when they go in the ring in AEW, they're working the thigh over, right? Like this guy, he's reaching underneath his underpants and he's working his thigh over. He's trying to get up to his ball sack. He's gonna massage his ball sack because he's working over a body part right now. Shut your lame ass up, bro. You know exactly what I mean when I say story. I mean actual fucking angles being promoted throughout the fucking night like an actual fucking television show, which happened here. Nick Aldis told Paul Heyman straight up, okay, you know what? This is how you want to play? This is the games you want to play? Okay, fuck it. Let's get it. It's gonna be a 3-on-3 match tonight. AJ, Randy, Knight going up against the Bloodline, Solo, Jimmy, Roman. Paul Heyman, because I was kind of confused too for a minute. I was like, hey, Roman Reigns is here tonight, but alas, I talk too fast and I talk too fucking much. Shut the fuck up. Mean this dick in your mouth. Paul Heyman says Roman Reigns isn't here tonight. Okay, cool. Nick Aldis said, okay, fine. At first I thought he was going to say it's still going to be a 3-on-3 match with the Bloodline, but it's going to be Paul Heyman instead. He didn't go that far. That's cool. Whatever. I would have appreciated that too, just to see where they were going to go with the story. But it's okay. He instead said that you got by the end of the night to find a third partner, or it's going to be a handicap match with Jimmy and Solo versus these three guys. I just easy my ass up on. I just did some general manager things. Okay? You're either going to find a third person, or it's going to be a handicap match with these two losers versus these three losers, except for Randy Orton. I like Randy Orton. Rainboner and all. Pause. My point being is, though, that's how you set up something that happened throughout the night. That's how you do it. That's how you get people invested into a show, whether it's good or whether it's bad. At the very least, curiosity fucking peaks. Bars, I know, right? That's all I'm asking for, bruh. That's all I'm asking for. I don't know how the show's gonna turn out tonight, but I know at the very least to keep my eye out because now they need a third partner. How hard is that? And then they had a little bit of a backstage segment with Paul Heyman and Jimmy Uso and Solo Sikoa, where Paul is kind of worried, he's fidgeting, he's like, I can't get a hold of Roman Reigns. You would think Roman would be paying attention to the television because it's the beginning of the night, but that's so motherfucking K. Jimmy Uso's looking at Solo Sikoa and he's like, damn, I'm worried. How about you, Solo? And Solo's like, no, nigga, I ain't worried. I ain't worried at all, brother. Brother, I'm not worried. And then they go to this next segment right here with Legado del Fantasma and fucking LWO stuff, which is fine because they had a vignette package for them also. Look at that, bruh. You're fitting so many things inside one segment while still putting over your world champions in double segments. That's all I'm asking for, bruh. People having multiple segments that actually fucking matter. Let this would have been AEW, and Cameron Grimes and Grayson Waller will still be going at it right now. It is 8:20, and they still be going at it right now. False finishes and all. Tombstone power drivers, Stone Cold Stunners, rock bottoms, pedigrees, all up the wazoo with some flaming tables and some thumbtack stuff right up their own asses. You know that's how it would be right now. No reason, no plausible explanation as to why this match is going this long while not focusing on your world champion. No. We're going to give you this match right here, and this match is going to go on forever because that's the formula and that's the way AEW rolls, and that's why they get 800K nowadays. A downgrade from damn near 200K, a consistent 200K that they had, plus about even a year ago. Fuck out of here, man. But with that being said, this match is going on right now. It's a good match. I'm doing two things at once. I'm rubbing my belly and I'm rubbing my head and I'm rubbing my belly. I'm chewing gum and I'm breathing at the same time. This is a good match. Let me get back to this shit right now. But solid way to open up Smackdown. No nonsensical fucking wrestling for the fucking sake of having wrestling. You use it to set up an angle for the more important storyline. Good shit, bruh. I like that. Alright, solid stuff so far. Solid stuff. We had a match, like I said, between Legado del Fantasma. I'm assuming that's what they're going to be calling themselves again, because he did say Legado in that vignette promo package they had before the match started. And, the fuck are the names? The LWO, which was a fine match. The match was good. I mean, I don't really care for matches nowadays like that, unless they're on pay-per-view with actual consequences, because we see this shit all the time on every goddamn wrestling programming. But for what it's worth, it was decent in-ring action. I just don't care. I'm very consistent when I'm very consistent in my pursuit for not giving a shit about the in-ring action in 2024. What can I say, right? What I cared about was the finish. That's what I cared about, and that was good. I like that. That's a nice little procrastination, if you will, for the story while you're still waiting for Rey Mysterio to get healed up, because you know that's the WrestleMania match. It's going to be Mysterio, it's going to be Santos and Carlito, and I'm okay with that. You had Carlito jump from the barricade, and he starts beating the shit out of Santos Escobar, who's on commentary, and yeah, it was one of those things where it's like, okay, well, they're talking as if Carlito hasn't been around on NXT. Great NXT match. I can't remember who the guys were, but I seen the highlight package of Carlito and Cruz del Toro and Joaquin Wow. I seen what they did with Cruz and Carlito when they launched Joaquin Wow from the middle rope into the aisleway. That shit was dope as fuck. I didn't see the match, but that in itself was really, really fucking cool. But they're talking as if Carlito is like out or something like that, along with Rey Mysterio. It's like, no, they're on NXT, but that's okay. That's fine. It's okay. I'm okay with that. Because you had Santos Escobar, he was getting attacked by Carlito, and inside the ring, you had Angel Garza, who held the ropes to pin one of the dudes in the ring. So they won the match, but it's a continuation of the story that Santos Escobar is starting to promote. I will say, to a certain degree, it would be pretty cool. I mean, Zelina Vega, I know she's with the LWO right now, but I feel like it would fit so much better if she kind of just like said fuck it all and just came over to Legado del Fantasma, and like, because I feel like they're still missing a woman from that little trio they got going on. They need a woman. They need a woman. You can't have a bunch of sausages, okay? That's not good. That's your pouch moment. You can't have that. So hopefully Zelina Vega comes over. Hopefully, Rey Mysterio can barely grab Bad Bunny. They can come to WrestleMania and you can have Mysterio versus Santos with all the guest celebrities and all the Spanish people in the community. That's fine. That's cool, okay? And then you had a little bit of a promo package with Kevin Owens and Logan Paul. This was good also. You had Logan Paul, and he was cutting a promo, and he was essentially saying like, hey, because he has like he has makeup on his face, and they're saying that it's a black eye, and he's like, you know what? I'm gonna pull a CoffeeZilla on you, okay? I'm going to sue you, even though I'm the one that instigated the problem, okay? I'm gonna go full on CoffeeZilla on your ass, all right? You take the cast off your arm, even though I use brass knuckles, okay? You're gonna take the brass down, you're gonna take the cast off your arm, and you're gonna make it a fair fight, or you're gonna go to court, and then we're going to have a fair fight in court. How about that, Kevin? I like that. That's a nice little twinge in the story. Man, I swear to God, man, this is the best the mid-card has looked in a while, bro. From the United States Championship, the Intercontinental Championship. Hey, look, Pete Dunne. Hang on for a second. Finally, oh my God, it looks like Pete Dunne is going to probably get his fucking name back. At least that's what they're alluding to. They had another good character development segment, right? Man, I don't give a fuck what y'all say, bro. Triple H is one of the I like his booking style, bro. He gets people invested into the characters, my nigga. This is all I'm asking for, bro. Get me invested into the people that you're putting on your television to give me a chance to want to give a fuck about their actual matches, bro. You had a little bit of a vignette promo package with Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate, and they're like discussing things in what I guess it's a bar, or I guess a pub for the British people out there, and they're kind of just talking. They're like, hey man, we got a tag team, we got a good thing going right now, you know. And you know, Pete Dunne, he's kind of playing the you know, because you got Tyler Bate, he's playing the straight man character, and you got Pete Dunne, who's the cool guy, and he's like, look man, you know, all these things, because like, you know, Tyler Bate's going on about chakras and meditation and all this other shit to kind of get Pete Dunne focused on wanting to find his character. And Pete Dunne is like, hey, look, okay, that was just a one-time thing, okay, don't make me regret calling you, all right? And he's like, you know, we got a good thing going. You're on SmackDown now. You know, the Brawling Brutes, they're in the past, so there you go. No more Brawling Boots. Brawling God damn it! Brawling Brutes! Son of a bitch! God damn! They're now disbanded. I guess that's now done. Concluded, right? And essentially he was saying, I'm going to focus on my singles career. You're going to focus on your singles career. And Tyler Bates like, whoa, chill for a second. All right, we got a good thing growing right now. We got a good thing going. We want to show the world what British strong style is all about. We should probably, you know, stick together. You know what I'm saying? And he's like, look, man, back in Blackpool, which I thought they were alluding to William Regal for a second because he's from Blackpool, but that's fine. He's essentially just saying, look, man, first thing you need to do is, he said, I'm not speaking verbatim, but he's essentially saying you got to find your name, right? And Pete Dunne is just staring in the distance and it fades to black. So what it tells me, what it's insinuating is that we're going to quit it with this butch bullshit and we're going to get back to fucking Pete Dunne, which I'm fucking okay with. I'm fucking fine with. I'm all the way cool with that. That's going to be dope as fuck. And like I said, my favorite tag team so far, if they're going to actually team up, I'm a big fan of Pete Dunne. I'm a big fan of Tyler Bate from a wrestling stylistic standpoint. So I'm happy about them being a tag team overall. And again, with the depth of their divisions nowadays, man, they really could go with the brand split for real now. Like, if there was ever a time to split those tag team championship belts, it probably would be now. I think. Like, I don't know when they're gonna do it, but they should probably do it soon, man. Because it's not as if I want the tag team titles to be taken directly off the Judgment Day per se. Because, you know, and not even just that. You got the Judgment Day, you got the Creed brothers, you got the what the names again? It's a bunch of tag teams on Raw. Also, the Creed brothers, actually, Eric and Ivar, I think Eric is still injured right now, but you got them. You know, you got the Academy guys. It's a bunch of goddamn, you got a bunch of tag teams on Raw. And then SmackDown, obviously, you got a bunch of healthy tag teams. They really could benefit. Before I used to be like, oh, have a straight branded show. You could really benefit from having a brand split now. You got enough main eventers to hold that down. You got enough star power in your women's division. And you got enough star power in your main and your mid card. And you're doing a good job of your tag team division. They can legitimately do a brand split now if they really want to. Really a pay-per-view branded exclusive also if they really want to really get people over. I'm perfectly fine with that if they really want to do that nowadays. But good show so far. I like it, man. A lot of developing characters. Just simple shit that AEW doesn't do, and Vince McMahon himself, at least in his latter days, didn't do either. So I like it. I like it. Good shit so far. Not better than last week, but we'll wait and see how that goes. This is still a really good show. You know, I watch these segments and all it makes me think and it makes me wonder, bro. I swear, if SmackDown isn't a perfect example of this, bro, Raw would be so much fucking bad. I mean, yeah, I'm kind of beating a dead horse here, and obviously everybody knows this, but just seeing how SmackDown rolls along, god damn, how much better would Raw be if it was 2 hours? This show is so fucking easy to sit through, especially when every segment fucking matters, bruh. I love that shit, bro. There's no wasted momentum. There's no wasted second. There's no match that's just there's no match that's dragging on and on and on and fucking on, bruh. I love this shit, bro. This match between Bayley and Bianca Belair. And by the way, this was a fucking good match, too. This was a very, very solid women's match. I always say to myself, bro, if I'm going to pay attention to the women, I refuse to watch AEW women's matches because they're unprofessional as fuck. It's almost like a 95% chance because, like, literally, it's very, very rare to see an AEW women's match and they're not botching. Right? And it's the fact that they lack stories. It's the fact that, in my opinion, they're just annoying as fuck from a personal standpoint. The fact that they lack any kind of depth in their character department, and the fact that none of the women I give a shit about, on top of the botches inside most of, if not all of their matches, I just don't give a shit. If it's not Toni Storm, I'm not watching the fucking match, bruh. With WWE, though, on the other hand, they have a legitimate story. I'm kind of invested into what the fuck is going on with Bayley and Damage Control, because you know eventually they're gonna turn on her, right? And this match was no different. Again, the match in itself from an in-ring perspective was really solid. These girls beat the shit out of each other. I mean, it does hurt a little tiny bit that it was Bianca against Bayley, so you kind of had a clue who was gonna win the match. It was very predictable, but it's still not the fact that they weren't going out there and killing each other. Some unique spots. I like the whole Bayley tying her braid to the bottom rope. I like the usage of the braid in general throughout the match, tying it to the rope, and Bianca Belair using it like a tripwire to trip Bayley, and you know, the stuff that they were doing in the corner with the 10-punch count and shit. That shit was awesome with the hair usage throughout the match. But it's the finish that matters, like most of all these matches and all these segments so far tonight, where you have Bayley throw Bianca Belair outside the ring, right? And Damage Control, they're standing right there. They're like kind of surrounding her a little tiny bit. And they can easily just beat the shit out of her, because Bayley's kind of like pulling in the referee. She's kind of like, you know, distracting them from watching what's going on outside the ring. And Bayley's kind of like giving a signal for Damage Control to beat the fuck out of Bianca Belair. But they don't do it. They just stare at Bianca the entire time until the referee turns around and asks them what the fuck are they doing. And they're just like, oh, we're good, brother. We're not doing anything right now. And Bayley's like looking around like, what the fuck? Why didn't you jump her? Like, what the fuck? And she picks up Bianca Belair, and eventually she throws her in the ring. Bianca gives her a wicked fucking spear, and then also gives her a wicked fucking KOD, and essentially she won the match. And it was good. That was good. I like the story development. Again, segment after segment, time after time, you're getting closer and closer to that eventual, and you know it's going to be super duper heartbreaking for Bayley because of I can't wait to see the video package, because of all the things that Bayley has sacrificed so far with this group, and for them to just treat her like shit every fucking time, it's just, oh, hang on. Speaking of which, let me see what they're talking about. Yeah, I'm very invested into this. I like this. I like shit like this, bruh. Bayley came backstage and she just confronted them. Very, not in a mad way, but kind of in a concerned, what the fuck is going on with you guys kind of manner. And she's like, what the hell? And, you know, Dakota Kai pulls her to the side and she's like, well, we kind of figured you had Bianca. Like, we didn't want to do anything. I mean, the referee was looking directly at us. You know, we could have got DQ'd. And Bayley's like, well, yeah, but I could have used a little bit of help. And Bianca and Dakota's like, well, we kind of figured you could have, you know, did it on your own, and you got the Royal Rumble still. Let's just look forward. And Bayley's just like, well, I mean, we're stronger as a group, right? And Dakota's like, look, fuck that. Look forward, okay? The Royal Rumble is coming up ahead. Forget all this. Let's focus on that. And it's just so heartbreaking to see Bayley in this position. It's just great shit, bro. I like it. Even this story. I like this story more than anything on AEW currently. And this is probably my fourth favorite angle in WWE currently at the moment. Good shit, man. Good shit. I like this a lot. But right now we got the Pride. I heard that's their new name on social media with Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits. Let's see what they're going to say to the newly formed Karrion Kross stable. So let's get to that. Oh yeah, I sort of kind of forgot to touch on this also, but Kevin Owens, he was backstage and he kind of had a response for Logan Paul and his whole little lawsuit when it comes to his broken hand, his little CoffeeZilla scam lawsuit. Kevin Owens essentially said, okay, well, if you have a problem with my broken hand, then we could probably solve it face to face on the Kevin Owens show. With a weight scale. No, I'm joking. Of course, Kevin Owens in a weight scale now. But apparently that's going to be the planned segment going next week. Kevin Owens, Logan Paul. Good shit so far. We still got another 2 more weeks going, or I guess, let's say 3 shows to be exact, going to the Royal Rumble. So, you know, I'm cool with this. Pretty decent bill between the tournament and what they're doing right here, and then what's going to happen next week. And then we got, 1 more show after that also? Pretty decent bill, all for the United States Championship. Back in the days, or in AEW land, this would have just been for the bill for the World Championship, right? My God. But yeah, pretty decent. Also, we got Bobby Lashley, as I touched on before, and the Street Profits calling out Karrion Kross and the Authors of Pain. And who comes out? Paul Ellering. He comes out and he points to the Titantron to get their attention. And apparently we have a new name for another stable also. So you had Karrion Kross, he was going on and on and on, kind of describing all the people who he's involving himself with, the Authors of Pain, Paul Ellering, and the money line for this whole entire promo or vignette, I guess, would be him saying their new name, which is they're calling themselves the Final Testament. Not a bad name. I heard worse names. That's fine. The Final Testament versus the Pride. That rolls off the tongue a little bit. I don't mind that at all. So, that's all they pretty much did, just to kind of, keep them lingering in your minds, reminding you that this is an angle that's currently going on at the moment. Oh, and speaking of which, gotta pause it again. Here comes Bobby Lashley and then. Okay, I like that. A little bit of a teaser. Bobby Lashley and Roman Reigns, I can fucks with that. You had Paul Heyman, he was talking about Bobby Lashley, and it's like, we have a lot of history, Bobby. I thought they were gonna go there and him talk about, him fucking him over so many times back in the days in ECW land, 2006. Good times, guys. No, it wasn't. 2006 sucked as a year. But essentially, Paul Heyman is talking to Bobby Lashley, and he did this with Carlito earlier. I didn't touch on that either. He talked to Carlito, tried to get him to join the tag team tonight with the Bloodline. He tried to do it with, or I guess, what's their names came out to him. The Dancing Queens, Pretty Deadly, they came out to him, and that was kind of a funny segment also. And now you have Bobby Lashley, who's essentially like, hey, Bobby, help me out for a second here. We have a lot of history and stuff, and Bobby's like, I would like to help you with the Bloodline, but in reality, I kind of like standing across from Roman Reigns a lot better. So when we do that, I would totally be across. I would definitely help you out with the Bloodline if it involves me beating the shit out of Roman Reigns for the Undisputed Championship. That was great, and it kind of teased it a little tiny bit with him, and I mean, they're probably not going to go there, but I would love to see a match with Bobby and Roman Reigns for the Undisputed Championship. That's just me personally, though. But good stuff. Right now, we got Grayson Waller getting ready to go up against Carmelo Hayes. You need that bathroom break match, so that's fine. This is probably going to be the lamest segment of the night, but that's fine. It's okay. I mean, we get these kind of segments all the time anyways. I mean, 20 years ago, this would have just been the filler segment regardless with the women, so I'm perfectly fine with that. That's cool. But, again, another segment. And I love how, again, I'm going to keep bringing them up as a metaphoric comparison because I just need you guys to understand. For the people out in the back row who don't understand my point, who don't get my point as to why I always trash AEW, this is another great episode of Smackdown so far. I mean, we got to wait till the main event. So far, it's probably not on par from last week, but still a very, very good, solid show. Probably the best show of the week so far, by far, easily. But, it's one of those deals that, everybody's just getting time, bro, and they're getting multiple angles, and they're getting multiple segments, and they're getting post-match segments and post-match angles, and I just love that shit while still focusing on the world champion with a linear storytelling, bro. Again, this was just the norm. Now, granted, I will say the subject matter and the topics and the angles themselves, the storylines, I would definitely say that they were better, obviously, about 20 years ago. But it's not to say that these are bad. I mean, hell, these probably could be bad, but it's just one of those things when you give it so much attention and so much focus, it just comes off so much better. Think about this for a second. You got the World Championship picture just completely dominating tonight while still focusing on your mid-card champions like Kevin Owens and then Logan Paul, while still having your mid-card guys somewhat shine like Santos Escobar. Right now you got Carmelo Hayes and Austin Theory in the ring currently right now. You still did something. It probably was a beatdown angle, but you still showed Cameron Grimes. You put your mid-card out there. How many tag teams have you seen tonight? Santos Escobar tag team, Legado del Fantasma, Carlito's tag team with the LWO. You still got to see Pretty Deadly tonight. You seen the formation of Tyler Bate and Pete Dunne. Look at the women tonight. You got Bianca Belair doing her stuff with Damage Control with another angle being promoted throughout the night also. Mind you, this was all done. It is now 9:27. They packed this shit. And mind you, and another tag team with the Authors of Pain and the Street Profits, while showing another potential main event picture with Bobby Lashley and Karrion Kross. Look how many fucking people they got over tonight. Look how many divisions they were able to focus on tonight. Look how many people they were able to put into a position where you can at least focus on them and start to develop a relationship with them. Look at all what they did tonight while still focusing on the World Championship, still giving it the majority of the time, while still at the same time giving you a pinpoint accuracy of all the angles that are being promoted throughout all the divisions tonight. And they did it within an hour and a half. And everybody feels that they had room to breathe. Everybody feels that they have room to grow. Everybody feels that they have room to develop. Leave this up to AEW. Their way of getting people over and way to develop their personnel is by throwing some random douchebag into some 4-on-4 tag team match, and then another 5-on-5 tag team match, and then another tag team match, women match break, and some lower card match to fucking max out your main event picture with maybe 2 minutes of time from your world championship throughout the fucking night. God, I hate AEW so fucking much, bro. I cannot say this enough, man. And I swear to God, man, Raw, man, if they were 2 hours, man, I probably would just stop. Man, if they were 2 hours, man, I would love for AEW to be on Monday night and put Raw on Wednesday nights. God damn, bro. But so far, so good, man. Another great episode. So again, not quite as good as last week, but let me say this again. I'm not gonna rush. We still got the main event to get to. I'm probably not gonna talk too much about the Carmelo Hayes stuff and Austin Theory match, because again, it's not really worth talking about all too much. It's kind of a filler segment. But again, I still like to focus on the mid card a little tiny bit also. So that's good too. But with that being said, continuing on with the show, we still got the main event to get to. Another solid Smackdown, bro. Smackdown's back on top again, baby. Now, I know people are probably going to be like, Devontae, they didn't have better matches than Dynamite. Shut your lame ass up. Who cares about the matches, bro? All I care about is being entertained, bro. And SmackDown did it again this week. Was it better than last week? I wouldn't quite say it was better than last week, but it wasn't too far behind. This was damn sure still the best SmackDown this was damn sure the best wrestling show of the week, and it's not even fucking close. Now again, it wasn't better than SmackDown last week. Still an excellent fucking show. Still great booking up and down the fucking card. Had a fucking blast. But before we talk about the main event, I should, I'd probably be remiss if I didn't touch on what happened with that Carmelo Hayes match. Now, at first I wasn't even going to review it. I was actually, I had something original, typed out in the description box where I was kind of, letting you guys know it's filler match, for the most part, it's the weakest segment of the night. But I was still happy with how, they were focusing on propping up their mid-card division, even though, there's no title on the line. It's just like, an undercard for the mid-card, and they're just trying to introduce, Carmelo Hayes a little bit more. I didn't mind it, but it's still a weak filler match. I didn't feel like reviewing it until I seen that botch, man. And, man, these wrestlers nowadays, man. I mean, I guess it was a freaky thing from the looks of it. I went back to go watch the video after I uploaded it. By the way, it's a short if you guys want to go see what I'm alluding to. It looks like, I mean, I could be wrong, but it kind of looked like, Austin Theory hit the move right. It's just that Carmelo Hayes hesitated to sell the move. Like, I don't know what he was, thinking, or maybe he wasn't just in the proper position. I mean, I don't want to be the one to be like, it's that guy's fault. It's that guy's fault. Fuck that guy. I'm not here to do any of that or finger pointing. But if you're asking me for my opinion, from the looks of it, it kind of just seems like Carmelo Hayes hesitated a little bit when selling the move. At least that's how it comes off to me. And, it sucks, and hopefully these guys, man, I mean, between the Giovanni Vinci stuff and then Charlotte Flair, and now you have this right here, and man, these cats, man, they gotta chill, man. You got a good thing going right now. There's no need to put your body on the line as much as you're doing right now when you're in the hottest ticket in professional wrestling currently at the moment, man. You guys are making hand over fist when it comes to money, and you're earning it. You know what I mean? The product is actually somewhat palatable right now, especially SmackDown. So it's like, you ain't gotta go out. I mean, I understand. I get it. I'm not a wrestler in the end of the day, so I get what they're trying to do as far as the risks that they're taking, because they feel this is what they have to do to prove themselves, to, make a name for themselves. But, less is more sometimes, and you're doing something like that. I mean, I get it. It's not as if Austin Theory hasn't done this move plenty of times before, and it didn't botch then. It was just a messed up incident, but it just goes to show you, man, shit happens. Unpredictable shit in professional wrestling happens. But it would be nice if you mitigate the situation a little bit by taking it easy. Again, just take it easy in the ring. That's the best thing I could say. I hope both guys get better, but that looked pretty gnarly. It looked like Carmelo, and I actually went back and it looked like Carmelo Hayes landed like on the base of his neck, But with Austin Theory, it looked like he hit the back of his head super fucking hard on the mat, or like hit the front of his head hit the mat hard. So, hopefully his neck is okay with Carmelo Hayes, and hopefully Austin Theory didn't get a concussion from that move. I hope both guys are okay, man. That's why they say don't try this at home, right? But the main event, though, I like how it started off. Once again, you had Jimmy Uso, and Solo Sikoa. They attacked Randy Orton from behind, and they essentially made it a standard tag team match. And they had the whole, could they coexist storyline with AJ Styles and LA Knight. They were both kind of arguing a little bit. It was at one point where AJ Styles wouldn't even tag in LA Knight. And, his thing was like, you're trying to fuck me over. You're trying to screw me over. When LA Knight wasn't on the apron at first for AJ to get the tag. But in reality, LA Knight was just taking out Solo Sikoa. And, you had Jimmy Uso, who was trying to super kick AJ, but he ended up super kick LA Knight. And, we got to a point in time in the match where Randy Orton came back out. And, he cleared house. And he hit a nice power slam on Jimmy, as always. And then he hit with the DDT. And then, this is I like this RKO. Jimmy Uso did a super kick. And as soon as he hit the super kick, like almost immediately, Randy just RKO'd him. That shit was awesome. I liked how he hit that RKO. And that's why I hate when fucking people like Jon Moxley's fucking lame ass does RKOs, or anybody who does it, because no one does it like Randy Orton. Leave the fucking finishers to the professionals who have made a living out of doing the finishers the correct and actually, entertaining way without fucking transitioning into another fucking move. A cutter transitioning into a move. Get the fuck out of here. But he pinned Jimmy Uso off of that, and they went out of their way to beat the shit out of Jimmy and Solo like the Bloodline did to them last week. Randy Orton, well, actually, you had AJ Styles, because it looked like Solo Sikoa was about to hit Randy Orton for another Samoan spike, and then he hits him with a phenomenal forearm, which kind of sets up LA Knight to hit him with the BFT. And then Randy Orton, he hits him with that old school RKO, that jumping in the air slow motion 2005 RKO. I see you, Randy. I see you. Put the both hands, because you know how Randy does, like, now he used to do like the RKO with both of his hands, you know what I mean? But or actually I think he used to do it with one arm, and nowadays he uses both of his hands to do the RKO. I read somewhere he said like it kind of fucks up his shoulders when he does it with one arm nowadays, or back in the days. That's what kind of messed up his shoulders a little bit going forward. So that's why he does the two-handed RKO nowadays. He hit the one-handed RKO tonight though, or at least it looked like it. And then afterwards, they beat the crap out of Solo Sikoa some more, hit him with the steel. No, they hit Jimmy Uso with the steel steps, and then LA Knight threw him over the barricade. And then they hit the old Shield special with the triple powerbomb through the announcement table, which is obviously a direct message to Roman Reigns. And then you cut to Paul Heyman, and he gets on his phone, and he's like, call Roman Reigns. And they go off the air like that, looking at all three guys standing over Solo Sikoa's dead body. Awesome way. That was a nice angle. Nice way to, go off the air for SmackDown. We still got 2 more shows to go before we get to the Royal Rumble, so that should be fun. Raw coming up. Gunther's gonna be there, and Cody Rhodes and all those guys, so hopefully I can find some time to review Raw. I'll let you guys know on Monday whether or not I'm gonna review Raw, because I think my hours switched up on Monday, so I might be able to review Raw, but we'll when we get to Monday, I'll let you guys know on that day. And just overall, I will say this about Randy Orton though, is it just me, or it's like one of those deals where it's like, okay, I noticed what they're doing with Orton between the, triple threat match and the War Games match and the multiple tag team matches and now the Fatal 4-Way match. Is Randy Orton at 100%? Like, he's in a lot of multi-man matches, and it's like, with him coming in later on during this match also, it's like, okay, is Randy 100%? Is he okay? Or is he kind of like, wrestling with an injury in himself? That we'll see how it's going to go going forward, man. Honestly, at this point in time, Randy Orton should be preparing to be a part-timer personally, but that's just me. Hopefully he's okay, though, because he's been in a lot of multi-man matches as of late. And what happened tonight with him missing, like, damn near the entire match just to come out at the very, very end, and it still being a tag team match, and him going to a Fatal 4-Way match, kind of has you wondering whether or not Randy Orton is he hurt or anything. But I guess we'll just wait and see when it comes to that also. But with that being said, though, folks, this was another excellent episode of Smackdown. I love the usage of all the talents on the card, how everybody got multiple segments that kind of bled into the main event picture when talking to Paul Heyman. I love how all the angles were promoted throughout the divisions. I love how many tag teams they showcase, how many mid-carders they showcase, still putting importance when it comes to the angles for the women's division, when talking about Bianca Belair and the inevitable turn that's going to happen with Bayley, and overall just the actual focus on the World Championship picture. Even with the World Champion not being there, still focusing on the World Championship picture, still giving you a lot of focus on the United States Championship match, still giving you a lot of focus throughout the entire card, bro. And they managed to fixate on all of that within a 2-hour period. And in all honesty, they actually maxed out everything within an hour and a half, bro. Something that AEW can't do if they had 4 hours of fucking television, bro. They need to get right, bro. This show is a perfect example of what can happen when you have 2 hours of TV with a guy like Triple H booking. I love his booking style, man. It's like NXT on steroids. I fuck with it. But let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. Let me know how you felt about the show. I mean, again, maybe you've seen it at a different angle when it came to Carmelo Hayes and Grayson Waller. Let me know how you feel about that. And let me know how you feel overall about the commentary tonight, man. As always, my name is Devontae, and I'll be catching you fine folks later. Deuces. P. Eyes.